Hey guys, Daryl back from Just Roll It Already, and welcome to another Blink D20. Today I am letting you guys know that welcome to the new setup. I finally got all my equipment and I've been trying to get, and for quite some time I've been trying to get a better microphone as well as getting a backdrop going, and kind of messing around for a little while. I finally got something I actually liked. I have tried to use a microphone in the past, but the problem was that it either was not picking up enough or picking up too much, so I kind of splurged and finally paid a little extra for a nicer microphone and everything. So welcome to the new appearance of Just Roll It Already. Hopefully this doesn't change. The only downside now is that my room is hotter and you guys will probably be able to see me sweat a little bit more, being that I got fans and heaters and computers running in the background, and my lighting is a little bit, gets hot after a tiny bit. So, on to the topic. Right now, looking at everything, as you guys can tell from the backdrop, I put up my maps and posters of various games I have, and it got me thinking prior to setup. People often like to have maps in their games, so I kind of thought, well, maybe I'll talk about mapping, and that's what I'm going to bring to you today. When people who say yay mapping, nay mapping, I look at it and I say I'm for mapping because, yeah, you can get overboard with it by mapping everything, and I mean everything. I find that mapping a general topography of the world actually is a lot more helpful than just making a big, huge, giant map of everything in an entire world, country, city, state, everything, down to Farmer Joe's pig farm. And the whole part of it that I like to say is that when you kind of map everything too much, you kind of take away the mystique and the grandiose of the person's mind of what the world looks like to them. When I map, I usually do a general area mapping and have roads, mountains, various geological markers of where everything is, because then that way people have an idea of what the world will have in a general appearance. You can say, okay, this is the foresty area. This is the ocean, this is the beach, this is the mountains, this is the underground, this is the desert, this is everything that you want to say, and leave the details into the mind of the player. Even in towns, I don't even map towns very often, unless it's kind of a necessary thing when people are focusing on in a town. I don't think putting too much effort into making a map of a large area is all that important. When I make everything, I guess you can say, fixate on the macro rather than the micro. When you micro, you put unnecessary work, unnecessary labor, a lot of time, and it's not going to be guaranteed it's going to be used. But when you do a macro, such as these kind of maps in behind me, you can get a better idea and feel of what everything is going to be like. You don't need to worry about saying, oh, I'm trying to shuffle through this big pile of papers over and over and over again, looking for town B, square A, sector Z. And you end up making this work that you put so much effort into more of a game stopper. And I'm all for props in gaming. I'm okay with things being on the table to kind of give people an idea what everything's going to be like, but I think there's such thing as going overboard, and you have to limit yourself of how much mapping you're going to do. You have to determine how much you're willing to effort you want to put into a game. I mean, some people like to have a lot more detail and visuals put into their mind so they can mathematically, mechanically work on things, such as battle maps, or generally battle areas, or some other form of measurement of distance and time and travel, and people will have a much easier time of calculating how long things are going to be. Anyways, why don't you guys tell me what you think about this new setup, how everything else is going to go, any ideas, tips, tricks, or opinions you have on anything to help improve the podcast. Anyways, I'm Daryl. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe.